Hey YouTubers, this is Mark. Today I will be reviewing two different vintage April O'Neil figures for you, the 1988 Blue Stripe April and the 1990 Orange and Blue Stripe from Playmates. I'm gonna bet that all of you who are watching this video had both of these figures, or at least one of them, but I bet there's a few things you don't know about this 1990 Orange and Blue April. Would you believe that there are about 11 different variations, yes 11, when it comes to the packaging and the card and whatnot. For example, let's see, there's one of the main popular cards, like this card, has three different variants. The turtle shell right above April's head on the side of the picture there, one's plain, and one also has writing with April's name on it with the gun, and then one also has a headline with Heroes in a Half Shell below the Turtles logo, and one doesn't. Another one is there's packaging with one had emblem or a medallion and a card, and then one had just the card, no medallion. Let's see, one also had a different backing. I've seen 4 different regular cards altogether of the front. So there are a lot of different variations of this figure. So yeah, if you're a collector, you might want to keep all that in mind. Now, on the action figure itself, there are also 2 variants. One with the press writing right above her boob, and one without. The toy makers eventually took that writing off because they thought that the kids would actually press her boob and think that some kind of gimmicky thing would happen, so they took it off. Now, on the old 1988 version figure, there's also a variant too. There is this one which we know, which has the blue stripe, and then they actually made one, the very first April, had no yellow stripe. Just like in the cartoon, there's no yellow stripe on the side of her. Okay, so moving on. So, as you've seen in plenty of pictures, you got the artwork, and they changed the look of April slightly. Like this one they made her, makeup a little more blushy, blah blah blah. I hate to open up these figures in such good condition. I mean, this one has no sticker, unpunched, not warped, no color discoloration, but I mean, it's so cheap anyway, so I can just buy a new one, This one, not so great condition. Like I said, its owner was probably a smoker or hanging next to fluorescent lights. It's got a little crack in it. Here's the back of the old one. Does that bring back memories or what? Got the story up there and your cards. And since this one's newer, they just changed the back, added the series 1 and 2. Yeah. Time to open them up. Alrighty, so here we go. As always, first like to go over the weapon rack. You got your briefcase, you got your ninja star, your gun, and your camcorder. And the gun is supposed to go into the camcorder so she can hold it, or she can whip it out if she's in trouble, whatever. Yeah. Since there was one weapon rack for each, I decided to already just now painted the accessories black with the Sharpie paint marker. I can't stress enough how awesome these are, man. Sharpie paint markers. They're oil-based, and by the time you're done painting them, it's all shiny and glossy, and yeah, awesome. Anyway, so now for the figures themselves, okay? I guess we'll start with the oldest, 1988 April. From the neck down, she looks decent. Okay, I mean, they got the jumpsuit right, except for the blue stripe. But then again, this is the second version, so on the back it says Turtles. Like when I was a kid and all my friends, like each April they had, their leg was always loose, and this one a little loose, but for the most part it's still kind of tight for now, I guess. Yeah, one major difference, is her head, her face, her hairstyle is way different compared to this April. Yeah, way different. I was hoping the turtle thing here on the back was a sticker, but it's not, because I was going to take it off. So I guess I just got to paint over it. You'll also notice that 88 April is a lot more pale. Notice that. and also the jumpsuit itself. It's a different shade yellow. This one's a lot brighter. This one's a little darker. The same mold from the neck down. Same position. Actually, if anything, this one's April's hands look a little thinner compared to this April. You see that? The same articulation. They both move at the waist. Yeah. Okay, now for the accessories. The camcorder gun, I could never understand how it worked as a kid, and even 13 years later, I still can't figure it out. You know, the gun is supposed to go in here, you know, so she can use it use the gun pretty much as a handle to carry the gun. But if you look closely in here, I mean, you definitely can't see it with this camera, but it goes like at an angle, like it's, yeah. So instead of going straight in, it kind of goes like up, and that's like all you can do. That's absolutely all you can do. I originally thought it could go in and go straight, you know, like that. So I ended up cutting a little notch off and a little bit at the back. Kind of see what I had to chop off using a razor. But you can still manage to get it on her. You know, something like that, which still looks normal, I guess. Good enough. It's just very awkward, though. Damn it. Yeah, whatever. You get the point. I had it looking fine earlier. And the microphone fits fine on both. Almost looks natural if she's speaking into it. Almost. Fits fine perfectly, even though her hand's a little thicker in this figure, it still fits. Sort of. Yeah. Briefcase. Fits fine, that's no problem. Ninja star, like she would ever use one. The only way she can hold it is if her thumb's in the middle of it. Yeah. Yeah, that is about it. Overall, I still like this April better. I'm going to customize her though. I'm going to paint her yellow, no stripes. In the cartoon, sometimes it looks like her hair is a little more red. It's this kind of brownish red, but it's still got a red enough tint in it enough. I think I'll let it pass. Yeah. So I mean, they're both pretty cheap. If you can afford them, why not get them, you know? 8 out of 10. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check back here for more reviews. See ya.